Welcome to Mathematics class 10 everybody. I hope you all are doing well. And in today's class we'll be beginning our first chapter from part 1 textbook of Mathematics, which is Arithmetic Progressions. Today onwards, when we start this class, it will probably take about 8 to 10 class to cover this chapter, and in all the classes we'll be referring Arithmetic Progressions in short form as AP. Let us start by the definition of what is arithmetic progression. The definition of arithmetic progression tells us that it is a list of numbers, right? So it tells us that it is a list of numbers. Let us understand the entire definition by breaking up into different parts. Let us first understand what do you mean by list of numbers. Example 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Is this a list of number? Yes, it is a list of numbers. Let us write down on the list 5, 10, 15, 20 and so on, and maybe one more 3, 6, 9, 12 and so on. Alright, let us now try to take a minute and think that what is common between all the three different lists of numbers that I have written. Okay, I request you to please keep a notebook and a pen handy so that whenever you feel something is important, you make a note of it. Let us come to our example number 1. The list of numbers is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 numbers. In AP, every number is called as a term. So basically I will call this as first term, second term, third term and fourth term. Similarly, here the first term is 5, second term is 10, third term is 15 and fourth term is 20. First term is 3, second term is 6, third term is 9, fourth term is 12, and term is given with the letter A. And every term is written respectively as A1, A2, A3, A4. To understand better, let us again take example number 1. First term is 1, or A1 is equal to 1. Second term is 2, or A2 is equal to 2. Third term is 3. A3 is equal to 3. And fourth term is 4. Therefore, A4 is equal to 4. Similarly, what will be A1 in example number 2? 5. What will be A2 or second term? 10. What will be A3? 15. And what will be A4? 20. I hope you all have understood what is the meaning of the word term. Now, let us go to example number 1 and see what is the difference between each number, right? So, the difference between first term and second term is 1, right? Because 1 plus 1 is 2. Again, the difference between the second term and third term is again 1 because 2 plus 1 is 3. The difference between the third term and the fourth term is also 1 again because 3 plus 1 is 4. To understand better, let us take example number 2. The first term is 5 and 5 plus 5 is 10. Is that right? Second term is 10 and 10 plus 5 is again 15. Third term is 15 and 15 plus 5 is again 20. What we note here is that there is same difference. And this difference can be called as common difference. Right? So, common difference in example number 1 is 1. I'll write it as CD. CD is equal to 1 or common difference is equal to 1. CD can also be written as only D or is equal to 1. In example number 2, this one, what did you note as the difference? Was it 5? Yes, it was 5. So the common difference in example number 2 was 5, or simply to tell D is equal to 5. In example number 3, first term is 3, second term is 6, third term is 9, fourth term is 12. What do you think is the difference? Right, it's 3. Therefore, the common difference is 3, or D is equal to 3. Let us come back to the definition of AP now. The definition of AP tells AP is a list of numbers. Right, it is a list of numbers. Now, what kind of list is it? In which each term is obtained by adding a fixed number. That means that every term that we are writing here we are getting every term by adding a fixed number, and that fixed number is called as common difference. Example, 1 plus 1 is 2. So the fixed number here is 1. 2 plus 1 is 3. Again what we added here is 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. So the fixed number here is 1 in example number 1. Similarly, what is the fixed number for example number 2? 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. 15 plus 5 is 20. Therefore, our fixed number becomes 5. Now, 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. Therefore, the fixed number is 3. So, we cannot call every list of number as AP. We can call only that list of number where the common difference is same or the fixed number between every term is same. Only such list of numbers can be called as AP. Let us now see what is the clear meaning of common difference and what do we have any formula to find out the common difference in any given AP. I'll again write down a list of numbers 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and so on. So now in this list of numbers, what we have to see here is, first of all, this will be called as the first term A, second term A2, third term A3, fourth term A4, fifth term A5. This list can go up to any value, right? So now, first term is always given with A1 or just A. Even if you don't write A1, you can just write it as A. Now we'll have to find out what is the common difference in the given AP. Common difference in the given AP. Now there's a very simple formula to find out the common difference in any given AP. The formula is D. D means common difference, which is equal to A2 minus A1. A2 is second term, which is 20, minus A1 is 10, and 20 minus 10 is 10. So the common difference in the given list of numbers for AP is 10. Is it necessary to always write A2 minus A1? No. You can also write it as A3 minus A2. Third term minus second term. What is our third term here? 30 minus second term 20. And 30 minus 20 is definitely 10, and that is going to be our difference. Don't you think it is same? So basically you can find out the common difference by not only writing A2 minus A1, you can also write it as A3 minus A2 or A4 minus A3 or A5 minus A4. Simply in very simple terms, you can take always any term minus previous term. For example, if you take third term, it will be always third term minus second term. If you take fourth term, it will be fourth term minus third term. If you take fifth term, it's going to be fifth term minus fourth term. One thing that we should remember here is that I cannot take fifth term minus third term. I cannot do that because according to the definition of arithmetic progression, we'll only have to take the preceding term, that is exactly the previous term. Succeeding is something that comes afterwards, preceding is something that comes before. So for 20, the preceding term will be 10. For 30, the preceding term is 20. Similarly, for 50, the preceding term is 40. Now, the last part of the definition tells except the first term. That means for first term, we don't have anything else before this to subtract or to find common difference. Other than the first term, for every other term, there should be a common difference. So let us now recall what we have learned in AP. AP, we have started with the definition. It is basically a list of numbers, right? So we cannot call every list of number as AP unless it satisfies two conditions. One, there should be a fixed number between every term, which we call as common difference. So two terminologies we have learned here. One is always the first term represented with A1 or just A. common difference represented by the letter D. And next thing that we learned in today's class was every term can be respectively written as A1, A2, A3, A4, etc. Right? Example, for the given AP, A1 is 10, A2 or second term is 20, A3 is 30, A4 is 40, A5 will be 50, and similarly you can write any number of terms like that. Now we'll have to learn there are two types of APs. One, finite arithmetic progression, and second is infinite arithmetic progression. Right? It's very simple. When I say finite, it means something that you can count. Example, if I have two markers, I'll call this as finite. 1, 2, something that is countable. But if I ask you to count the number of hair, you cannot count it, and therefore you call that as infinite. Similarly, in AP, if you can count the number of terms, you call it as finite, and if you cannot count or if you don't know how many terms are there in the AP, you call it as infinite. Example of finite would be 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms in this AP. Infinite AP, I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes on, and I don't know how many terms are there, therefore it will be called as infinite AP. I hope the definition is clear to everyone. So now I'll give something as homework. Your homework will be, you will have to write 5 list of numbers and therefore, or maybe 6 list of numbers, and where you will give 3 examples of AP and 3 examples for not an AP. Okay? And to do that, what should you do? You should take common difference every time same for 3 examples, and you should take common examples different. I mean, common difference should be very different. I'll show you one example. 1, 3, 5, 7. And I'll see what is the difference. D is equal to A2 minus A1. Second term minus first term. 3 minus 1, which is 2. I'll confirm it for the other 2 values as well. D is equal to A3 minus A2. A3 is 5 minus A2 is 3. So to understand better, you can also mention it above here so that you don't get confused. 5 minus 3 is 2. And the third difference can also be found out by using A4 minus A3. A4 is 7 minus the third term is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. Since the common difference is same every time, therefore it is an AP. I'll take one more example to show that it is not an AP. I'll take 2, 3, 5, 8 and 12. Let us find out the common difference. D is equal to A2 minus A1. The second term is 3. A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5, and it goes on. Second term is 3 minus first term, which is A1, 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. First time the common difference is 1. Next, D is equal to A3 minus A2, or third term minus second term. Third term is 5 minus second term is 3, and 5 minus 3 is 2. If you just show 2 examples here, it is enough, because the common difference has already changed. In case number 1, the common difference was 1. In case number 2, the common difference is 2. Since there is no common difference, CD means common difference. Since there is no common difference, the given list of numbers is not an AP. So what I want you to do is, I want you to take 3 examples to show that it is AP, and I want to take 3 examples to show that it is not an AP. Numbers are of your choice, you can take any value that you want, and please do this homework and then take pictures of it and send it to me on WhatsApp. And that is all for today's class, and in tomorrow's class we will be starting with our first exercise, and we'll also cover a little more portion of the introduction part and go further to learn what is AP. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure that you revise this and pause whenever you want to understand it better. And if you have any doubts, please reach out to me on WhatsApp or anything that is convenient to you. Thank you so much and keep learning.